Good morning. It's Friday morning. It's Elaine from Penguin Place. One day to Street Fest. Let's see, it's 8:24. So this time tomorrow, I should be setting things up, doing the last push to get everything set up before the show starts at 9. I got a lot to do today. But I did promise you that once my basket filled up with scrap projects, I would show you what I made this week. So I'm going to keep my promise. I'm going to go top down, so the most recent stuff will come first. So last night I got out my Bernat blanket that I got at the thrift shop, the yellow, and I had found some black in my stash, and I had a little bit of white left over in my stash of Bernat blanket. So I made a bee. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't make the black stripe 2 rows. Maybe I should just make it 1 row. So I tried another bee. Then I thought, I probably could go for 3 stripes. So which do you like better? 1 stripe, 2 stripes, or 3 stripes? And I don't think I have enough hands to show them all. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Boop, 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 boop. And the day before that was the Froggy Day. If you saw my video about leveling up my Leggy Frogs, then you saw that I started making some with skirts. So that day I made 1, 2, 3, 4 Leggy Froggies. Leggy Froggies, I got them from a video tutorial. I know there are loads of patterns out there. So if you just Google Leggy Froggies or go on Ravelry, search for Leggy Froggies, go on YouTube, search for Leggy Froggies, you'll find a pattern. Now, I don't know which day I made which for these, but I did make a little egg. I had yellow yarn right next to me. I had white yarn, so I made an egg. I will link the pattern. I think it's Roxane's crochet, but I am not sure. So I will put a pattern link in the description box. Well then, let's see, this one was first, and then that was second. Okay. You may notice, like with the bees, I made 3. With the Leggy Froggies, I made 4. Because I'm participating in Amigurumi Wars. And if you make something small, you have to make 3 to get your point. So a lot of these things come in threesomes. Raining Charms has a free tutorial to make her mini cow. And it's a mini cow made in Bernat blanket yarn. Well, I wanted to see what it would look like if I used worsted weight yarn. So there's my little cow. And actually, this wasn't worsted weight yarn. This was a really thin yarn that I think I did it double. So, but it was sort of like worsted yarn. Well, then I pulled out white and purple. The white is actually 2 strands of worsted weight held together. So that one turned out cute. And then for this guy, I used the cartoon eyes on him. And I added, gotta keep him in the frame, I added a single row of worsted weight here in the front and gave him Highland cow bangs. I just looped worsted weight yarn through and then separated all the strands and then trimmed it up so that it wasn't totally covering his face. So that was 1 strand of a really light DK in sort of a reddish brown, and then I had some fingering weight in a dark brown that I held together to give him a little bit of a tweedy look. And I used black for his hooves, white for the horns. So I think he turned out pretty cute. Okay. My axolotl listing was sold out for the axolotl in a sleeping bag. So I made one of those. Had some sage green left over from a dinosaur order. So I made that. I did not follow the pattern for the sleeping bag, and I think I made it a little too big. So this guy's got lots of room in the sleeping bag. Usually the sleeping bag is about that big. So that's what I get. I was trying to make it seamless, and I made it too big. But that was all sold out, so I got that made up. And last things in the basket. This is a paid pattern that I got on Etsy from Mini Gurumi. I had a bunch of these in my box, my mini critters box. That's $8 or 2 for $15. And my inventory, well, when I searched the box, they're all gone. So I don't know if I sold them and just didn't mark it down, if I dropped some in transport, if they're hiding under a bed someplace, but I was all out of my baby axolotls. So I made one with that green that I was trying to use up for my July use up. I made one in yellow, the same yellow as the yolk, I think. The yolk of that egg that was sitting next to my chair. And I had some blue in the use up that I wanted to do. So this guy's got bigger eyes than the others. So 1, 2, 3 baby axolotls. So in this week for my use up scrappy week, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So let's see how many of these 15 items sell at Street Fest tomorrow. I will pack up the car after work. These things either need to be put into a bowl box, whatever, with other items like the Leggy Frogs. I have a Leggy Frog bowl that's on my table. The baby axolotls will go in my mini critters box. The big axolotl, I have a box where they're all $15. The bees, he's tried to fly away. The bees, I will have to make up a sign for the 3 of them. But this stuff needs to be tagged. I probably have about 20 more items, like including Mr. Panda here, who need a tag and get put in a crate, a box, or something to get there tomorrow. Keep watching the weather forecast. The weather forecast is still saying there's going to be rain in the morning. So we're hoping it'll either be light enough that we'll be able to set up the tent without getting completely soaked. Once the tent is up, I can move stuff in under the tent and then go move the car and then come back and set up. And stuff will be nice and dry under the tent. I wish it wasn't going to rain tomorrow, but it probably will. The one thing is, if it rains after 9 o'clock, you're going to have all these people walking around for Street Fest. If it starts to rain, they're going to take cover under a tent. And if they take cover under a tent, maybe they're going to buy something. So that could work out. So that's it. That's my basket. I got a lot to do today. Let's start. Go get a start with my breakfast and my coffee. Yesterday I was like, okay, I'm going to be ahead of things. So after dinner, I made my pot of coffee to put in the refrigerator. My husband went out into the kitchen during Wheel of Fortune, which would have been between 7 and 7:30. He's like, your coffee's done. I'm like, oh, just pull the plug. Once it cools off, I'll put it in the fridge. And I kept thinking throughout the evening, I've got to go put the coffee in the fridge. Got to go put the coffee in the fridge. As I was drifting off to sleep, 11:44, the coffee. So I got out of bed, went out, put the coffee into a canning jar, got it in the fridge. So even when I think I'm ahead of things, that I've got things planned out, there's still those little oopsies. But just gotta laugh at it and keep going, right? So I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. And I may be able to do a little howdy from Street Fest tomorrow. I don't know how good Wi-Fi or internet will be actually out on the street. And being there at 7 a.m., sale going from 9 to 4, break down, pack up the car, come home. I don't know if I'm going to be I might just crash and take a nap. I don't know if I'm going to get a video in on Saturday night, but maybe Sunday when I'm all gussied up for church, maybe then I could do my recap video. So I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all you who have subscribed, and I will see you either during or after Street Fest. Bye-bye.